Now, I've been camping by myself for a little over a year now. And over that time, I've brought lots of gear, tried it, liked it, kept it. But there's also gear that I've tried and I didn't get on too well with. So this one's about the tents. I'll give you a quick rundown of all the tents I've owned over the past year and a bit. Let you know what was wrong with them, what I liked about them, and hopefully you can use this as some good advice. If not, then I've just uploaded a video for no reason. So here we go. Number one. Now this was the first tent I actually owned, the first half decent tent I actually owned. It was a Coleman Bedrock 2. I bought it second hand on eBay. I think I paid £30 for it and it was in perfect condition. I was very excited when I got it. I think it arrived 2 days after I'd paid, so yeah, seller, whoever you are, you've done a brilliant job. And I still hope you're doing a brilliant job. But as good as it was very cramped. In fact, so cramped, there was no foot room. Head height was non-existent. Luckily it was a warm day, so I was able to have my head poking out at an angle of the door. And yeah, it was all right, but it was just too small. So I scoured the internet again and I quite like the quality of it. So I went for another Coleman product. Sold this one, made no profit. Apparently the next people who had it were really, really happy. But yeah, they enjoy it, so all's well. Mould. I brought a second-hand tent and they hadn't packed it away properly, even though they actually promised me they did. Never returned any of my messages and would not get in contact with me, so I was stuck with this. But I actually brought this tent again. I will let you know which one it is, and you'll see why I love it. But yeah, on to number 3. The Vango Banshee Pro 200. Now, Vango Banshee, it's a legendary tent, very legendary. Known to stand up to storms, and it's easy pitching, and you just don't have any problems with them. Like, they just perform really well. But yet again, too small, and I just could not get on with it. I think I took it out about 3 times. I've actually still kept it because it's just, you just don't get rid of a Banshee, not unless you're buying a Hilleberg. The OEX Raccoon 2.1. Now, I was really excited about this tent. I'd seen a load of reviews and heard a lot of great things about OEX, and the headroom in the thing was just amazing. It was immense. And I took it out about 3 times, I think, and on the 3rd time I just got annoyed because the pole system setup was just irritating. You had to crisscross the poles, and on the last time I took it out, the amount of condensation in there was terrible. I had all the ventilation going and it was just terrible. So I cleaned it up and sold it on, which brings me on to the next one. Now this is the Coleman Cobra 2, a cracking tent, as backpack in UK would say. It just ticked all the boxes really. The headroom wasn't great, but it was still there. The great thing about it was just like a Vango Banshee, easy to set up, no different really, but it had 2 big vestibules and 2 doors, so you just couldn't go wrong with it. I've actually still kept it, but I just really, really wanted the headroom and the space to sit in there when it was raining badly or the weather was just terrible. So packed it away and it's been packed since. Apparently no one wants to buy these, so I guess I'm stuck with it until I can find someone who needs a decent tent. I was just on Amazon and browsing at tents and that to see what was in my budget, and this thing came up and it looked brilliant, and it was brilliant, and I seriously regret having to sell this. It had the headroom, it had the ease of setup, it had so much space in the vestibules, it was unbelievable, but I had to sell it due to money problems, and always said I'll get it back, and I did. Naturehike Star River 2, my first foray into Naturehike equipment, and it didn't disappoint. I took it out the same day I got it, and it rained heavily and the wind was blowing and it just withheld everything. It was brilliant. I just wish I got to use it more than once, because I had to sell it because of, yet again, money problems, sadly. It was the first night of Christmas and nothing stirred, except a bloody good deal on Amazon. Naturehike Cloud Peak 2, what a tent. I've actually kept this and I will never let it go. It's brilliant. It's a bit awkward to set up the first few times, but once you get used to it and you remember which pole goes where, it's nigh on indestructible. Yeah, I've heard about people having problems with the zips, and it's snagged a few times for me, but I'll just never let this go. It is brilliant. One of my top 10 tents. That nightcap tent from earlier, this one's exactly the same, just a heck of a lot lighter. Bit more pricier, but a heck of a lot lighter, and it is good. Easy to set up. It's actually a Thai G2 ripoff, or they've been licensed to make it. I actually got in contact with Free FUL Gear and asked them would the 4-season inner fit in this 3-season tent. They assured me it would, so future project. Okay, so I just brought this on a whim. I was with someone and nearly tempted them to go out camping, but it didn't happen. So I took the thing out by myself and it was brilliant. Lovely, roomy, spacious, but over 3 kilos. I think it was 3.5, 3.4. Just too heavy to take out. But using it once, I can't give you a verdict on it. I will say it's well made and sturdy. So I'll let you know in the future if you'd like. I was looking for a 4-season tent and I came across this on eBay, and it was complete with the ground sheet. The guy had only used it once, didn't get on with it. I think I paid 170 for it, and so far so good. It's just really good. It gets a bit warm when the heat's out there, but what solid mesh tent doesn't? It's I don't have a problem. I just haven't been able to find the right one. It's like dating, you know. You'll know it when you find it. I'm still single, but still, I'm in my. This is the start of my 2nd year, like camping, and you know you're gonna get niggles and that. And I haven't kept all those tents. Like I said, and a few of them I've sold them, and a few of them I've got up for sale right now. So yeah, I haven't got a problem. I just haven't found the right one. Well, that Wild Country Panzer 2 is actually ticking a lot of boxes. But all I can say is thanks for watching, because you either really like tents or you've left this playing on in the background. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you got up to this point, I doubt it. Even this video has bored me, and I've made it. So yeah, enjoy, and I'll hopefully see you in a year with another year's list of tents. Good evening.